So I've seen the movie twice, and I won't lie, it's probably one of my favorite movies this year so far, because I don't know, it's just so different from the original that.
Whoa, Cocaine Bear came out last year.
Yeah, they did a animated version of the live action movie. That was the thing they did for kids. Coca-Cola.
Oh my
Bear.
gosh, that actually
Get him hooked early.
A brilliant idea, though, Kent. Like, with all these live action Flesh and Blood reboots of animated series, they need to do an animated version of a Flesh and Blood movie. I can't wait to see Saw.
Oh my gosh.
It's called Seesaw, actually. And it's
no, I've done seen that one a long time ago. I don't need to saw it again.
Wow.
The thing is if Cocaine Bear came out when we were kids, Kent, it would totally have a Saturday morning cartoon.
Absolutely.
It would.
The Mask did.
Well,
Rambo did.
Yeah. Clerks did. Beetlejuice. Like all this weird stuff. I'm trying to think of rated R movies that have had cartoons.
Roughneck Starship Troopers.
That actually seems like the start of a Baconsale episode.
Like inappropriate cartoons that were made for toys.
Yes. But anyway, back to my story though. So the movie, I've seen it twice, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the new remake?
Yeah.
I don't even see Kent in screen anymore.
I know. Sorry, my cats came in. I had to close the door.
So you have seen it?
Yeah. Oh, I reviewed it.
Well, I don't read your stuff online.
We love and support each other.
But no, hey, I'll give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll give the thumbs.
But no, I've loved this. Like my wife and I, we've seen it twice in the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time that we watched it, like we both were bawling, we were crying, and then the second time we cried again when we realized a few things that we missed in the original viewing of it. Like,
okay, so what did you miss the second time you saw it?
It was when Stitch was sinking to the bottom of the ocean, and he did the little hand signal because he like see you later, and we're like, oh. It is so much better than the cartoon because the cartoon doesn't make sense at all. Plus,
what do you mean?
With the remake, they've changed just a few things that I think have helped it kind of connect better.
Josh.
No, they betrayed the original heart and soul of the movie. Ohana means family.
So it
means
Josh,
no one gets left behind.
I'm going to completely disagree here. I hated it. It was nice. Stitch was a really cute CG creation, and I think they did a really good job. I think Lilo herself was missing the Lilo-ness. She was a cute little girl, fun actress, but like there was no Lilo about her. There's none of that energy.
Lilo's got to be weird.
Like wrestle another girl to the ground, like I literally bite her rather
Feral
than like
child.
Gently shove. Okay. And I was like watching, I'm like, okay, this is like one of the better Disney live action remakes because it was just like kind of like straight across. Sorry, my cat is attacking everything. Anyways, but it was just kind of like the same movie. And then the end ruined everything. Like ruined everything for me.
Why?
Because literally, spoiler alert for Lilo and Stitch. Is this okay?
Yeah.
In the cartoon, spoiler alert for the 2001 cartoon. Obviously the whole time it's about Lilo and her sister going through these hard times, mostly because of Stitch's interference. And, everything happening, meaning Stitch is making her look like a bad guardian. But in the end, it's kind of like wrapped up in a nice bow, but perfect for a cartoon where the Child Protective Service guy, Bubbles, is actually the FBI agent who's also kind of... Oh my gosh, my cat is attacking everything.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick to add some context. It's not just Stitch making things look hard. It is the fact that Lilo's older sister has given up everything to take care of her sister.
Yeah.
Like a promising, it's alluded to in the cartoon that she could have been a professional surfer, gave that up, gave back her hopes and dreams so that she could be there for her sister, and is doing everything that she can for her sister because Ohana means family.
So in this new one, she wants to become a marine biologist, and they're like, "Hey, you can do that. that's fine. You're going to give up your sister to the state, and your neighbor's going to raise her. But you can pop in every once in a while. And I went there, and I'm like, look, that's kind of realistic, I guess. Like, maybe they would take her sister away from her. But, man, does that destroy the whole theme for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of a Disney movie. And I know it's kind of like, it's grounded, but it's not, because it's about aliens. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to get away with a little bit of fantasy.
But at the same time, like, she was still connected because, I mean, spoilers, in the newer one, they're able to use the portal, ray or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Which, I won't lie, I don't know if that made sense at the end, because there were some gags in that were in the movie where it had to be, you had to shoot the ray or whatever in 2 locations to pass through or something.
Yeah, like a portal.
Yeah, like a portal.
It is portal gun.
And so it didn't make sense when she did that to say goodnight to Lilo.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, well, who's on the other side, right?
Sure.
So I don't know
and that was just like a cute aside, because I think they did kind of have to put in the fact that they still see each other, so that people didn't get upset at the reality of saying, hey, we're going to let your neighbors raise her.
It still hit, like, as far as family goes. And I guess I can see your point with, giving up Lilo, to the state and being raised by the neighbor. But it was such a great movie.
Okay, Josh.
I'm sure it's good, but here's the thing. The point of it is family, and you make sacrifices for family so that you can make sure that you are taking care of each other. And you threw all that away at the end of the movie.
Josh, do you like how we're saying your tears are not worthy?
I've grown accustomed to it.
I'm not saying they're not worthy. I'm saying they're just wrong.
Oh, my gosh. Now, I actually want to know if you are willing to see How to Train Your Dragon at all.
Yes.
Because that one to me, and granted, it's a little different. It's not as like overly like trying to make you cry, but it is a really like cute/beautiful story about friendship, right? And it's kind of a new family, a little bit about unity. And I don't know, that one gets me. And I think it's the score. I think it's the drama, the stakes.
And that's a shot by shot, right? Like remake.
It is the closest thing I think I've ever seen outside of The Lion King, which The Lion King was lifeless. Like it was the same movie, but just like hollow.
You know what? This has got me thinking. What other movies, like animated movies from our childhoods, so from the late 70s to late 80s, to cover all of us, should not ever be made into a live action movie?
Fox and the Hound.
I could realistically see that one being made into a movie. In my mind, I'm thinking non-Disney. The first 2 that come to mind are Watership Down, which also that'd be pretty dope, and The Velveteen Rabbit.
I don't remember anything about Velveteen Rabbit.
It's about this toy rabbit whose child end up getting like typhoid or like the Black Plague, so they have to burn it at the end.
What? That's a thing?
Here, I'm gonna mute my mic while you guys think and get you a synopsis.
Illumination presents The Velveteen Rabbit. No, I wonder, like, I'm trying to think of Don Bluth movies. I think An American Tail.
Secret of Nim.
Secret of Nim is a bit dark.
Oh, it still scares me to this day. I mean, I remember the first time I watched it. Ugh.
Do you think that's something they would ever just do like a CG version of?
I could see them redoing
that.
Or
like Wes Anderson would take on?
I mean, obviously, if it would make money for any studio, I'm sure it would be remade.
Honestly, Don Bluth movies, like most of them, would be pretty cool remade as a live action. Like The Secret of Nim, that'd be dope.
I mean, is it for everyone though? Because even back then, it was like you had to be a special kind of weird to really enjoy The Secret of Nim. Like it's not a universal animated movie.
Look how much Lilo and Stitch made.
Yeah, I know.
And that was for like a special kind of weird.
Because close friends of ours went and saw it twice.
Yes. Highly recommend.
Maybe thrice.
2 thumbs up.
Okay, go on.
The plot breakdown for The Velveteen Rabbit. Main theme is love makes us real.
Okay.
A boy receives a soft, stuffed rabbit for Christmas, but quickly forgets about it. The rabbit meets the wise skin horse, who tells him, when a child loves you for a long, long time, you become real. The rabbit dreams of becoming real, but I don't know. It's what ChatGPT says. The rabbit dreams of becoming real by being loved. The boy finally picks the rabbit as his favorite toy. They do everything together. Sleep, play, cuddle. The rabbit feels loved and believes he's becoming real. The boy gets scarlet fever. When he recovers, everything he touched, including the rabbit, must be incinerated. The rabbit is placed in a sack outside awaiting destruction. While crying, a real nursery fairy appears. Because he was truly loved, she turns the rabbit into a real living bunny.
What? Have I ever seen this? This is depressing.
It's so depressing. It's one of those movies your grandma had.
Yeah.
She's like, I got a cartoon for you, kids.
I think they'll never make The Rescuers. I feel like the child trafficking thing will probably be a little too close to home, unless Jason Statham can save the day, and he's one of the rabbits. Or sorry, he's one of the mice.
The mice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to make Chris Hemsworth the Aussie mouse in the Down Under.
Oh, so they're going to,
which is a superior Rescuers movie.
I mean, it probably is, but I still love the first one just because it's that moody. And I don't think, even as a kid, I'm like, is this too dark for me? Is this too grown up for me? I don't know. I just want them to stop. But now that we have DreamWorks doing it, following Disney's lead, I wonder who else we're going to see.
Holy crap. There is a flesh and blood remake of The Velveteen Rabbit.
What?
2023.
Who's in it? Who directs it? Anyone?
I'm on IMDb right now.
Okay. Or is it one of those in development sort of movies?
No. It's on Apple TV. That's why,
Yeah.
Why? No, we didn't hear about it. Jennifer Perot, Rick Thiel.
Nope.
It's starring Finney LaRoche, Samantha Cooley.
Nope.
Nobody that I'd know.
Yeah, it sounds French.
It does sound French.
All right. But here's the thing, Josh. I agree. I think it was mostly cute. And then I just got mad by the end. So listen, I'm going to give your tears back. Your tears are worth something. All right.
No, they're not.
Marianne's tears at the very least.
Marianne's, yes.
And I think part of that too is because both of us, more so Marianne than myself, have just a love for Hawaii.
Yeah.
I will say that it was a little frustrating with a lot of their shots of Hawaii because in the cartoon it's Kauai.
Yeah.
But I swear like the first few shots were basically Oahu.
Probably.
And it's just if you've been to Hawaii, if you know Hawaii,
you know.
Yeah, that there's quite a difference between Oahu and Kauai.
Yeah.
But that said, the cinematography and all of that with the backdrops of Hawaii, that was perfection.
Yeah.
And I love that much more than the cartoon. But
I just dropped a link to the cartoon Velveteen Rabbit I grew up on.
Wait, a link to watch it or a link to just learn more about it?
Well, just the movie.
Because I don't want to watch that movie, Spencer.
It's on YouTube. Like there were the 1983 version.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a hard enough time with the never-ending story, so.
Is that going to get... That should be animated. That could be animated really well.
Oh, that could totally be animated. Aren't they redoing it, though?
Yeah, they keep saying that, but that's been in the works for like 10 years, so...
Oh, all right.
I really would love to know listeners' ideas on this. I mean, I don't know what else to call it other than a Kenny poll. Just kidding.
No, I think it's a good name. What should or should never be remade? Is that what you're asking?
What live movie should be remade into a cartoon feature film?
Okay.
The Princess Bride. What else is
I think there's some you just shouldn't touch. And like my opinion on remakes is only remake something that didn't quite work, right? That was missing something and make it better. And I feel like I don't need to see a remake of a classic.
No, but
I already have the classic.
Cauldron, why have they not remade that one as a Flesh and Blood human remake?
I mean, it's true.
That one would be so much better. So much better as a real
Great Mouse Detective, that could be pretty fun.
Oh, Great Mouse Detective would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to know what everybody's thoughts on that would be. So I don't know. Thanks for validating my tears
or invalidating. Sorry, Josh. I have opinions, lots of them.
I'm used to it.
You guys have sent me down like
Yeah,
such
Spencer,
a rabbit hole. No,
I know you had other
unintended.
things to talk about. So
I know. I had like this like introspective.
Close the browser.
It's closed.
Don't worry.
It's closed.
I go down that rabbit hole quite a bit as well.
the Velveteen rabbit hole.
No, I'm not touching that one either.
That sounds like something Josh did in his basement.
I don't know.
Also sounds like an AI song just waiting to be written.
I love that Josh's audio skipped for me at like the right time to make that sound way worse than it needed to be. And now you know at least one audience member is going back and like randomly muting Josh to try and figure out what it was. It's probably KP.
Odds are pretty good.
Okay, so we do actually have some big news. I'm going to pull this up real quick while I give the lowdown. Josh, have you not heard what's going on with the Grizzlies?
No idea.
So the Utah Grizzlies, what can you tell us about them, Josh?
Well, they were founded in 1994. They used to play in Denver. They moved here to Utah after the Colorado Avalanche moved to Denver. They've won 2 championships back to back. One in Denver, one here in Utah. They played at the Delta Center for first couple of years, and then they moved into the East Center. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
The East Center wasn't done yet.
Okay.
Then they moved there. They were in the IHL, then the AHL, which is pretty much like triple A league.
Yeah.
And then about 2004 or 5, they sold that franchise, and they went to they essentially bought a AA team in the ECHL, which they're in there right now. So was I thorough enough?
That was very thorough. About how long after the Avalanche moved to Colorado did they move to Utah?
It was the same year. So it was the Quebec Nordiques, and then they moved to Denver, became the Avalanche, and they were only in Denver for a year.
Wow.
So
they were only in Denver together for a year, and then the Grizzlies bounced.
Yeah, Grizzlies bounced as soon as the Avalanche moved in.
Because a message to our devoted fans. The Utah Grizzlies announced today that the organization has begun a formal process to explore the potential sale of the team, a path that could ultimately lead to the relocation of the franchise. This step comes with deep reflection and heartfelt appreciation for our community that has embraced the Grizzlies for nearly 3 decades. From championship runs and Olympic legacy to countless unforgettable nights at the Maverick Center, the Grizzlies have been proud to call Utah home. The decision explores a sale, and it follows a period of transition for the team's longtime owners. After the passing of Dave Elmore in 2023, and amid the declining health of his wife and co-owner Donna Tuttle, the family's ability to remain actively involved in team operations has understandably diminished. Their devotion to the community-centered sports and the stewardship of the Grizzlies has left a lasting impact on Utah's hockey landscape. This is an emotional and difficult moment for our families and our organization, said the Elmore Sports Group. Utah has been more than a home. It has been part of our identity, but ensuring the Grizzlies have the opportunity to thrive in the future may require new ownerships and potentially a new home. The Grizzlies will proudly complete the 2025 and 2026 season with a full commitment from players, coaches, and staff to deliver a season worthy of the fans who have supported the team throughout every high and low. At this point, no sale has been completed and no relocation has been finalized. Both require formal approval from the ECHL and other stakeholders. Over the coming months, the organization will continue the conversation with the ECHL and local leaders to ensure the best possible path forward. The Grizzlies will share updates as the decisions unfold.
Wow. Josh, what are your thoughts?
Arizona bound?
No, they still have the Roadrunners. I don't know. I think a lot of this is, I mean, yes, I think we kind of saw this happening, especially with the owners passing and that. Honestly, I think Ryan and Ashley Smith they'll either buy the team next year, or they'll either buy the franchise and then move them back up to the AHL so that they can have the farm team close. Because it just makes sense, right? So
because it sounds like No location's been finalized. No deal has been like completed, but the shopping has been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the telling language to me, both will require formal approval from the ECHL and stakeholders, meaning they've got somebody lined up, they've got a location lined up. They feel the need to clarify that they could potentially, quote unquote, relocate because it's like a 90% chance they're gone.
well, and honestly, it could even just be Ryan Smith buying, the Grizzlies brand and moving them up to the AHL. Because essentially when they moved down to the EHL or the ECHL, they sold the rights to the AHL team, which moved to Cleveland.
Okay.
And then they bought, I can't remember which franchise they bought in the ECHL, but it was dormant. I want to say it was from like Kentucky or something. But essentially it was the same team, but it wasn't the same franchise.
Okay.
So I don't know. I still think as far as hockey goes and the trend that you're seeing in, professional sports in general, is you're seeing the major league team buying either the local minor league team or starting a minor league team in that same market. Because you see that with the Utah, with the Salt Lake City Stars and the Jazz. And
Does that mean the Angels are moving to Utah?
It'd be nice. But
Hey, hear me out. He buys the land, but the team is sold. Regardless, they move. Nobody knows what to do with the E Center for a while, or the Maverick Center, whatever it may be now. And it becomes Spirit Halloween, except for a few concerts here and there. And then Ryan Smith goes, "Hey, we're bulldozing everything. It's now going to be a ballpark. It's going to be a major league ballpark, and we're taking out that area where everything is, like the restaurants." The old Hollywood connection, that whole area will be parking in a ballpark.
They better not take out the Cracker Barrel.
That is going to be the lone stand. The Cracker Barrel will become part of the stadium.
I actually was having a conversation with my wife because we drove past the Maverick Center today.
Yeah.
And we saw the marquee because there's a Brandon Lake concert in November. And I'm like, oh, we should go to the Brandon Lake concert. I'm like, and we can go to the Cracker Barrel before. She kind of groaned at that. I'm like, honey, we're in our mid-40s. Like, just embrace it.
Yeah, just know that it's a great place to go.
Cracker Barrel. Yeah.
You can play checkers at the front while you're waiting.
Yeah.
To be honest, Josh, you and I have both been to the new baseball park in Daybreak. A Cracker Barrel would fit right in.
Oh, yeah.
Would it?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if they want like a kind of central seeming ballpark, that one is right off the highway. And, visibly it's right by Valley Fair Mall as well. They put a whole bunch more restaurants there, spruce up the area.
Honestly, I like that a little bit better than the Power District.
Are they thinking somewhere else?
That's kind of where the Miller Group is looking at.
Okay.
And they kind of have plans for it. But to be honest with you, I mean, it's right off of 201.
Oh,
and
okay.
201 is not terribly far away from the Maverick Center in that area. The only problem is that interchange is horrific.
Yeah.
And so that would need a lot of reconstruction and all of that.
Right.
But that's not a bad place for a ballpark.
Yeah. Because I'm just wondering, are Utah fans smart enough to have two hockey teams?
Yeah. You have the NHL. I mean,
yeah,
it's minor league. Grizzlies are minor league. It's two different crowds. It's also more affordable, but it also makes more sense, I think, especially financially, to have the minor league team owned by the major league team.
Can a team not be a farm team if it's ECHL?
No, it's just like the double A. And so the Grizzlies, I think, are aligned with Colorado.
Okay.
But the Colorado's AHL team is the Colorado Eagles, I believe. So, it's kind of like minor league, minor league baseball. So it totally could work.
I've always felt bad for the Grizzlies. As soon as they announced the Utah Hockey Club was coming to town, and it was a big to do, right? And I was like, the Grizzlies. Like, I went to a Grizzlies game this last season. It was great, right? I'm like, this poor team. They're like, hey, we're still here. We're still pretty good. Hey,
they've given their heart and soul to the state.
Yeah.
Well, and I wonder how impacted they were from the bottom line when the hockey club or the Mammoth or whatever came into town. Like, I wonder how much that impacted them.
Honestly, I'm sure it had a huge impact because they used to be the only hockey show in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too worried. I think the Grizzlies are still going to be around. I think
I'm
Ryan
sure
Smith
they'll bear
will
it
buy
out.
them. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
But
to be determined.
Yeah, we never talked about the pick for the Mammoth team name, by the way, which
Do
you have thoughts? Do you have thoughts other than
It's the least offensive name they could have picked.
I just wish it was the Yeti. And it's stupid. Like, I'm a whole Yeti like boycott right now. So
yeah. As Spencer grabs his thermos, what kind is it?
It's a Yeti.
Oh, how dare you,
And
sir.
You are the problem, Spencer.
I got it for free from work.
All right.
But I will say this by far has been my favorite. Like, I've tried the Hydro Flask, I've tried the Hydro Jug, I've tried the Stanleys. This is my favorite by far. Because it's got the double. No, it's got the double lid. Like, so I got like the sipping lid because I'm a chugger, and then it's got the wide mouth lid. Make it easy.
Yeah, they show and tell.
And
Josh, what do you have?
Walmart special.
Yeah, see,
$9.
I call those Manleys. I also have the Maverick Stanley, so I just call them Manleys.
The best thing about this one is a Propel bottle fits right in there, like perfectly. So when I put the sipping lid on, it lines up perfect with that for the lid, so I can drink a Propel from the bottle in the bottle.
I was doom scrolling the other night, and I came across this Instagram reel ad, right? The annoying kind. And it was this guy who designed these insulated mugs, flasks, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
That you could also use as a noisemaker. So you could take it to like a sports game and use it, kind of as or what were those annoying
Vuvuzelas.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you can kind of almost use it like that. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, like people like put your marbles
2010 World Cup.
Ugh.
Waka waka.
All right, Spencer, is that it with the Grizzly stuff?
Yeah, that's it with the Grizzly stuff. Can you tell we have a ton to go off of tonight?
I know, right? Well, listen, it's one of those nights. Oh, I went to Bear Lake today. That was kind of fun. It's probably why I'm a little sleepy. But
yeah. So we talked about Grizzlies. You've been to Bear Lake. What other unbearable news do we have?
Yeah, we talked about Cocaine Bear being a live action remake.
Well,
yeah,
I know we're gonna have
live action movie.
Got to work Bear into the title.
Okay, I am going to.
Oh, speaking of bear,
what? Oh, you're kidding? Do you really have a bear story?
Not a bear story, but a funny story. Hazel's been saying some of the weirdest things.
Go on.
And Stephanie's going to get really mad at me.
Okay.
Lately, she thinks this is new. Her favorite joke when I'm getting her pajamas on is to moon me and say, "It's a butt crack, Dad." So there's her bear bum just in my face.
I have a feeling that she's just modeling behavior from her dad.
Yeah.
Because I can just picture Spencer doing that to Stephanie. It's a butt crack, honey.
Not intentionally. We found out why. When I was camping the other... No, look, Myers, I admit, the Myers men have an issue with butt cracks. Like, no matter what pants we wear, we can't hide it. And for
notice
some...
how none of us are disagreeing with you. We've seen it all.
Some of my siblings have embraced it a little too much and don't wear belts, and it like hangs below the cheek. But some of us try to fight it, and it's impossible because, and we found out why, my butt crack is so long it cannot be contained by pants.
Wait, so it goes, well, like, it's not even part of your butt. It's just like a line up your back.
Yeah, like, okay, do something real quick, like the other show and tell. Stand up, show me where the top of your hip bone is, and then show me where your belly button is.
Okay, so hips right here, belly button right here, butt crack down here.
Yeah, okay, Josh.
Okay.
So hip is right here.
Yeah, this is great. By the way, everyone, this is just amazing.
Right here.
Our clothes are on.
Okay.
Okay, so what Josh just described was the same thing as me, which is hips are like, like square, and then the belly button slightly higher, and the butt crack is slightly lower than everything else.
Okay, I'm gonna adjust this.
Okay.
The Ogden angle going. Okay.
Yeah, get that Ogden dating app angle going.
Okay, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Top of my
Spencer's
hips right here.
okay.
Okay. Belly button's right here.
Okay, so a little bit lower.
A little
Okay.
bit lower.
Yeah,
that
ours
is
is
quite
higher.
a bit. Mhm.
Ours is higher.
Butt crack is like up there.
So you're
It
at
is.
peak hip level on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Spencer,
So like,
do you
it
think
doesn't matter where I wear my pants. Like if I were to wear my pants up to my hip bone, it's covering
Yeah.
my belly button.
so I go to EOS and they got this new machine called like the Booty Max, like the Booty Max 2000. And I've always wanted to use it, but it's only women that use it because they're the only ones that can get away with that kind of stuff. But I'm like, I just want to see.
No shame.
I just want to see if this is like a good booty exercise, because why not? I'm wondering if you use something like that. If you can bring that line down a little bit. Lower the bar.
So here's the thing, because I do have such a large butt crack.
What is this
It
show?
means I have really long glute muscles, which means I do have like really, really strong like legs.
Yeah.
Not because I played hockey or anything. It's just the good Lord blessed me with a really long glute muscle.
Okay.
So like for squats, because I have such a long hinge, I can't do more than like 200 pounds. On a
yeah.
squat.
Okay. Yeah.
On a leg press, I can rep 10 reps of over 1,000 pounds.
What? Wow.
Like that's not a problem. Like, but I can't develop that.
Spencer and his long glutes.
That is my curse. Like, need me to squat something? No. But you want me to leg press that piano up the stairs for you? Got you covered.
Let me get my friend who's got tall glutes.
He's gonna donkey kick that dang piano.
Good thing you're married.
That's
Can't use
right.
that. You
That's
can't use that on your
ridiculous.
Facebook dating profile.
But Kent can say,
Well,
I use the Booty Max. Unashamed of using the Booty Max.
I watch people. No, I can. No, I should never say I watch people use the Booty Max at the gym.
Look, do you want to do the Booty Max? Do you want to know what the Booty Max like exercise feels like without having to use the Booty Max machine? Just do hip raises, like bridges. Like lay on the floor and just raise your hips off the ground, and you can put weight on it too. And it's like just thrusting into the air.
That's really what it is.
Hip thrusts.
Anything to prevent me having long glutes, I think is what I'm going for now.
You just don't want a butt crack that goes up your back.
I just want some hamburger buns. Just give me some hamburger buns. You know, like potato rolls.
No, that is a great way to put it. Like you and Josh have like small butt cheeks. They're like plump, beautiful butt cheeks. But they're like, hamburger buns. And I've got hoagie rolls.
I wouldn't actually really call them hamburger rolls because my wife laughs at me. And
Okay, you got English muffins.
no, I have
What did she
California
say?
raisins.
That doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, when things get hot and heavy, it's heard it through the grapevine in the bedroom.
It can't be raisins, Josh, because it's cake. Okay, that's your cake.
Yeah.
And raisins are not cake.
Well, then I have 2 oatmeal raisin
Mini muffins?
cookies on the back.
Mini muffins? Mayhaps?
Yeah, but mini muffins, it's more like muffin tops.
Dude,
right? 'Cause
they're
muffins-
Silver dollar pancakes?
Dude,
yeah.
they're raisins, man. They're raisins.
Silver
I've
dollar
embraced
pancakes.
it.
All right.
Maybe, what about those little flaky floaty bits from Long John Silver's?
I'm feeling pretty good. I just cut myself. And
Yeah, you got some potato buns.
I got some potato buns that I'd like to keep up if at all
Gee,
possible.
this should have been the Kenny poll.
Hey, that's how I
What
actually got
food is your ass?
Yeah, if you could equate your butt to food, what would it look like? Okay, guys. For the first time in like 7 months, am I the rooster? Okay.
Oh,
This
we're
is how
still doing
desperate
this,
we are.
huh?
This is how desperate we are for content. Okay. So it's a little bit longer, and I really need some advice here. I promise I didn't write this. Okay. My boyfriend was going through a tough time, and he said he needed a break. He said he was going to press pause on our relationship and go visit his family in Washington. I asked how you pause a relationship because I don't understand how that works. He said he needed some time to work on himself and asked me to respect that. After he left, I reached out to him a few times via text asking him to let me know when he arrives safe and to say hi to his mom for me. I received no response. I tried to call and left a message asking if he had broken up with me. I came to the conclusion that he'd ghosted me, and my friends agreed. What do you guys think? Is that what you would tell your friend if that was the situation?
So he didn't respond at all.
Well, she did say
At all. He did tell her, hey, I'm pressing pause. I need to go see family. I need a break. But he's the only one that said it, and then he didn't respond to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have thought that I was ghosted.
Okay.
Well, you're on a break. That means you're on a break. We're on a break.
We're on a break. Okay, so I was bummed, and my best friend recommended I find something like a new hobby or a new show to watch that wouldn't make me think of my boyfriend. I decided to get a dog. My boyfriend is horribly allergic to pet dander, so I never even considered getting a pet. However, since he broke up with me, I decided to get one. He's a senior dog from the shelter that needed rescuing. He's low energy and likes to lay with his head in my lap while I read, work, or watch TV. After 6 weeks away, my boyfriend texted me that he was back and coming over tomorrow, which was yesterday, so that we could talk. I was shocked and texted him back asking what he was talking about. He said he was back and ready to unpause our relationship. He said he would talk to me about everything the next day. I texted back asking, what relationship? He didn't answer. Yesterday, he showed up and told me he'd done a lot of self-examination and was ready to move forward on his life path. He even wanted to talk about moving in together. Then he saw my dog and he started freaking out. He asked how I could get a dog when I know how sick he gets. I told him that since he broke up with me, I didn't think it mattered. He said he didn't break up with me. I said he ghosted me. He said he communicated with telling me he was pressing pause and visiting family. I said not answering texts is ghosting. We argued in circles, and then he said he had to leave because he was getting an allergic reaction, even though he was standing in the doorway, not inside. I feel like he broke up with me and it was okay that I got a dog. He says that he never did, and therefore it's a horrible act of disregard to have gotten a dog. Which of us is right? My best friend said that I should break up with him because he's a jerk. I don't think I should have to break up with someone that already broke up with me. If I break up with him, I'm basically agreeing with him that he didn't break up with me, and therefore I was the rooster for getting the dog, right? Okay, so the question is, am I the rooster for adopting a dog after I thought my boyfriend broke up with me? What do you guys think?
Honestly, I think there's no roosters here in a sense.
Okay.
All of these come down and boil down to they suck at communicating.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Like, if he's going to say, hey, I'm putting pause on this relationship, he needs to communicate clear, like, I'm not going to respond to any text messages, anything. Mm-hmm. I am coming back at this date, at this time. Like, maybe not this time, but like, I'll be back at this time. I just need like a few weeks to think.
Okay.
She either didn't listen, didn't hear that. Getting a dog that quick, depending on the time frame, that's kind of weird. But like being so spiteful to be like, yeah, I'm not going to break up with him because we didn't break up, or like we already broke up. Like, I mean, just admit it's over. Okay. It doesn't matter when. For you, it ended there. For him, it ended here. It's just over.
And I think that's the most important thing is like, this seems like, you know, she's telling a story in retrospect because it should be over. Because obviously what's she going to do with the dog now? It's a senior dog. She, you know, adopted it at the end of its life. She should keep it for sure.
Yeah.
And clearly this guy, you know, she may be omitting the part of the story where he says, don't even contact me because I really need to reflect on this. But he did definitely miscommunicate by saying, hey, I'm deciding when to pause this relationship. I'm deciding when to come back, which I think is actually a lot of control. It's like, meaning it's control issues.
Yeah.
But here's the thing he needs to understand. When he pauses a relationship, like, that means the other person's pausing as well and can do what they want.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And
the relationships.
The risk is the relationship is risked.
Josh, can you just drop a video clip or a voice clip of Ross saying, we were on a break?
Duly noted.
That sums up this whole situation. Like, I mean, in this case, it's a dog and not, you know, other things.
I mean, she could have just moved on to another relationship, you know?
But if you're getting a dog and you're making that kind of commitment, like, you've already moved on beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it sounds like she got the dog pretty quick.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so guys, I have a bonus one. Okay. Spencer, I thought of you when I found this one. Okay. On Thursday, so brand new story. On Thursday, I was invited to a family barbecue at my ex-wife's stepfather's house, scheduled for today. So barbecue, ex-wife's stepfather's house. I need
to diagram this.
Yeah, I brought barbecue sausages and prepared a homemade pasta salad and potato salad. Being good weather, I dressed in summery clothes and shoes, as did my girlfriend, who was also invited. So he and his new girlfriend were invited to his ex-wife's stepfather's house. So like his old family's house, like old, you know, the once was married to. When we got there, we were told that we each had to help first. And then he lists the jobs. Clear the patio of dog mess. He says, my dogs were at home. And then clear a space in the garden so that my ex-wife's stepfather could put a greenhouse there next week.
What?
After stating that I wasn't dressed for yard work and had just been expecting conversation and drink/food on the patio, I declined to help. Instantly, everyone made it clear that I wasn't wanted if I wasn't going to help. So myself and my girlfriend left and found a nice country pub for dinner instead. I got back home now, and the kids of the adults who were there were now calling me names on social media and stating I'm scared of hard work. Did I do the right thing after being lured there under false pretenses, or should I have stayed and potentially ruined a good set of clothes just to appease them?
How much do you want your ex's family in your life? I think is a good question to ask, right? Because who does that anyway? Like, all right, come on over for a barbecue, but first.
Yeah, have you ever been asked that? Like, it's funny because it's like, no one ever says, hey, come to my house for some slices of the Little Caesars and Red Powerade. And then while you're here, oh yeah, you're going to help me move. You're told.
No. Can't you just gave the menu that is coded towards moving somebody?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Wait, so if someone does ask you, come over for Little Caesars and Red Powerade, you should know that you're moving somebody.
Oh yeah. Like that, you know you're moving somebody. But if they say like barbecue is
that's a
sundress or
as relaxed as you can get.
Your seersucker suit and some iced tea.
Yeah.
So what exactly were they asking for them to clear?
Oh, clear dog poo on the patio so that they could all hang out, and then clear out part of the garden so that the stepfather could put the greenhouse there. Like literally, hey, I got some summer jobs I need to get done. So,
I mean, start off with that then, you know?
Yeah, don't bury the lead.
Yeah, exactly. And also, who is letting their dog poo on the patio?
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Like, do you really want to be eating at that person's house? I'm just saying.
I mean, clearly he never will again.
No. Yeah, no.
And back to your original point, social media is not real. Like if someone is like blasting me on social media, being like, hey, my aunt's ex-husband is a real jerk. It's like, oh, dang it.
No, Kent, I think you're also bearing the lead here too. If this is somebody that is willing to go over to his ex's stepfather's house for a social event, they're probably from like really small town Mississippi.
Yeah, maybe.
So like his old in-laws blasting him like on social media could be basically 75% of the population.
That's true, and they're all on Be Real or Snapchat.
As well as 90% of his next family reunion.
Yeah, maybe his girlfriend was someone in the family. Who knows?
Yeah, he didn't specify. Maybe his ex-wife's stepfather-in-law is also his current girlfriend's.
I'm my own grandpa. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
Knew it.
All right. That's what I got. Thanks for indulging me. It's been a minute since I've been able to share those stories, and I miss them.
It's been a minute.
We need to do those more. I actually do enjoy those.
Yeah, it's fun to judge others, right? It's like, oh, that's sad you have all that drama, but I get to enjoy it from the outside.
That's why you're back on dating apps. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. So we can all judge me where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Stories to come.
Just please send us screenshots. My wife would absolutely love it.
Josh, I have 3 music videos ready to go for you right now.
Yes.
I'm setting them over right now.
Honey, date night.
Really quick. Just some quick fast food updates.
Yeah, go on.
Wendy's currently has a collaboration going on with Taki Fuegos. You can get Fuego fries, a Taki Fuego chicken sandwich, and a bag of Taki Fuego chips with a meal in the Fuego meal.
Those are the really spicy ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes. They're like the rolled up Doritos.
I can't do those.
My niece loves those, so I will be taking her to Wendy's.
I mean, I think go for it. Go check it out. I would. I know I'm gonna be checking out Sonic. They for a limited time are doing their Grillo's Big Dill meal with the dill pickle crispy cucumber dilly ranch Grillo's hot chips on a burger.
Okay.
Seasoned pickle tots as well as pickle chips if you want them. And then this is their Refresca thing that I think I'm gonna skip the Pickler Ida syrup pickle bubble Grillo's. Yeah,
that's too much.
So it's like
pickle.
Got boba bubbles of pickle inside a pickle flavored drink with pickle on it.
I'm confused.
It's too much.
Yeah, okay.
Just pickle on everything, Kent.
Yeah. I don't like it.
It goes a little too far. Dairy Queen is redoing their Dirt Pie Blizzard again. So if you want, Dirt Pie, the vanilla cookies and cream with Oreo and gummy worms in it.
Okay.
So you can get that. Taco Bell has their new Refrescas. They're also testing these queso crisp tacos in what's called a tacodilla. The queso crisp tacos are like fried cheese Like, have you seen like where they grill the cheese on the griddle and wrap the taco in it? Yep,
I'm into
that's
it.
what it is.
Okay.
Shake Shack has the Dubai chocolate pistachio shake, the viral Dubai chocolate. What's going on? The big one and most important one for me, we'll come back to that one in just a second, because Del Taco has, and you missed this one, Kent. You just barely missed this one.
Okay.
Del Taco has slow cooked carnitas.
Oh, I'm going to get
And these are
it.
going to be available in tacos, burritos, on their French fries with loaded fries, and a quesadilla.
Okay. Count me in.
Firehouse has a smoking triple stack 3-meat 1 epic sub. That is looks like turkey, ham, and steak on it. And then last but not least, this is the one that I'm the most excited for, and one I might actually get with you guys, is a croissant pizza from Papa John's.
Oh.
So this is a croissant crust.
Just say it like a real
pizza.
American. Croissant.
I am a croissant.
Crescent.
I mean, you aren't saying the T.
I
so
lived
you're
abroad for 2 years, okay?
I mean, you aren't using the T, so you are saying it
Rexburg
like
is
a
not
Utah.
abroad, Spencer. Jeez.
I lived in Argentina, thank you.
Okay.
Don't you love that I'm saying croissant, but I also said quesadilla?
Yeah.
It is Rexburg.
Yeah. Tacadilla. All right, Josh. All that said, take us out.
You've just listened to The Other Show with Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. The Other Show is a Fat Squirrel production. Show design and audio editing is done by me, Josh Hansen. Sales and business manager is Spencer Myers. And resident sex appeal by none other than Kent C. Dunn. The Other Show is generously supported by our friends on Patreon. A huge thank you to our Friends with Benefits tier. These friends are contributing a minimum of $25 a month, which in return comes with some rather significant benefits, including the weekly off-the-cuff episodes of The Other Show, monthly bonus episodes, quarterly access to a live stream recording of an episode of The Other Show, and exclusive swag and perks. A huge thank you to our favorite Brit, Jonathan Bhaskar, the lovely and talented Mrs. Robinson, the one and only Chris Anderson, Brandon from Popfly Cards, Lady Terry A. Finley, the proud Disney mom, Tanya Budge, the other Keith Brown, it's Rick, not Dick, Smith, Dave, and everyone's favorite Melanie Milring. To support The Other Show on Patreon, visit patreon.com/The Other Show to join. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. To better connect with us and other fans of The Other Show, join our Facebook group, The Other Group. For links to past episodes, our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit our website at theother.show. And remember, when you're not listening to me here on The Other Show, you can listen to me on the Fartlek Running podcast show.
You can hear me on my other show, Baconsale.
And you can find me, I don't know, rating my grandma's VHS collection for movie ideas. Anybody have a copy of Ricky Tikki Tavi? Anybody?